Hey folks, Deano here again. This time taking a look at another Marvel Legends from Hasbro. This one is Cyclops, specifically the Xmen 97 version. And yeah, this is part of the second wave. As I said in the Wolverine review, I'm slowly going to be amassing them over time. This one just happened to be cheaper on Amazon at the time, otherwise I would have continued with the Series 1 figures before they go out of stock like Wolverine did. But yeah, this is everyone's favourite adult Boy Scout, or at least he is in the 90s TV show, and indeed 97. Not so much in later comics, if I remember correctly, but yeah. Let's get him off the turntable and take a look at his box. So, like all of the Xmen 97 figures, they're coming in this retro style card, which is quite cool. It just means it's a lot harder to put them back in the box. I mean, it's basically impossible, let's be honest. Card backs are the worst. I get that it's meant to be retro, but yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. As you can see, Cyclops, nice render of him from the new show, Xmen 97, and picture up the top of a few of the characters, and the Xmen 97 logo. On the back, we have, again, retro style, showing everyone in the wave. I love how they just refer to the one character as the Goblin Queen, just in case you've not seen it yet. But yeah, specifically in this wave, I will be going after Jean Grey and Nightcrawler. Not really got much attachment to any of the rest, and frankly, I do not like Magneto's hero outfit. I'm just calling it that. It just looks like a unitard, to be completely honest. But yeah, let's get the box out of here and take a look at his accessories. So, as is typical with Hasbro these days, with pretty much every single line I have ever gotten from them, they don't come with much. Cyclops actually comes with more than I expected him to. But yeah, he comes with a pair of relaxed hands, which, if they're just down at his sides, look really long. They make his arms look even more elongated than they actually are. I get it's meant to be cartoonish, but at the same time, a bit more realistic proportions wouldn't go amiss. Like, come on, Hasbro. His finger is pretty much touching his thigh at this point. But yeah, he comes with him. It comes with a pair of fists, and he comes with a sort of bent front two fingers, mostly meant for his visor. You can use like at least one of the relaxed hands for the visor, which I am doing right now, but this is the actual one where he's pressing it and so forth. And he comes with an alternate head, which is him very angry. Looks actually really good, actually, to be completely honest. You'll notice the visor is a sort of swirly gold plastic. I'm not sure why they did that, considering his visor's meant to be the same colour as his outfit. He says as he lobs the head across the room. But yeah, it's decently enough done. The different coloured visor doesn't take away too much from the figure. I'm just confused as to why they did it. But you will notice it has a slot in it. That's because it actually comes with an effect piece, which you just pop in, wiggle it from side to side until it's in all the way. And yeah, that looks really good actually. I have yet to check whether it actually stays on. Let's see. Oh my god, that is tight. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, as with pretty much all Hasbro's alternate heads, because it's not on the body in the package, it is very tight. I don't know why they make the tolerances so weird, but that's just how it is. And yeah, that looks really good. I really like that. And does he stand? Yes, he stands perfectly fine. So yeah, really nice. The one thing I kind of wish they would have done, oh, that was really hard pop as well, is the actual visor piece. I wish they would have made that removable, so you could have swapped them between the standard head, because there are times where he is firing his blast, but he's sort of got that cocky grin, which this is the standard head that comes on him in the package. But yeah, kind of wish they would have done that, especially considering they are separate pieces anyway, so it wouldn't have took much to make those swappable. Yeah, you don't always want him angry firing off his blast, do you? Plus, I also find it quite comical that, get it, comical, they gave Scott the angry, teeth-gritted face, but for the X-Men 97 Wolverine, they didn't give him an angry face, which is literally what Wolverine's known for. I don't understand it. But yeah, his standard head, I do quite like it. It's not quite the right, like, proportions, shall I say, compared to the actual show, but it's close enough that you don't really notice. I've seen a lot of people sort of complain about this head, but I really like it. He isn't that old in the show. Like, I think he's in his 30s, maybe. So yeah, I think this is perfectly passable. So yeah, in terms of the figure itself, it's really nice. Hold on, I'm just going to pop these out. Honestly, the more I looked at the hands, the more annoyed I got. They really don't fit at all. As you can see, the fists make him quite a bit more proportionate. Not quite, it's still quite low down. I think it was Anthony's Customs that said the bottom of his crotch should match up with the thumb, and it doesn't, it's a bit too low. So yeah, he is the figure anatomy expert, so I'll defer to him. But yeah, in terms of the details of the figure, most of it is just moulded plastic. There's a few painted details, like the red on the visor and the 2 black and red X's. For whatever reason, they've done a bit more detail outside of the X, but nothing else. Considering the fact that these lines are the same as the lines that are all the way up and down the figure, I don't know why they just did it on the X and nowhere else, but hey-oh, we deal with it. But yeah, pretty much the entire figure is moulded out of yellow and blue plastic, so there's not a lot of paint apps, and there's not a lot of paint bleed because of that. So it's a little really clean looking figure. In terms of the sculpt, really good. Musculature is really nice. This is all, it's a separate piece, but it's all pegged in to the torso, and they've done something really clever here where the top half and the bottom half aren't actually connected. it's just made to look as if they are. So you get completely fine ab articulation. Well, the bit at the back does get in the way, but I'll show you how to get round about that in the articulation section. But yeah, all in all, really like it. And this is probably my favourite look for Cyclops or Scott Summers pretty much ever. Like, the Jim Lee designs are timeless. The only version I prefer is this suit with the bomber jacket on. So yeah, taking a look at articulation. The head is on one of those ball hinges, so you can look up really well, look down really well, bit of pivot and swivel. Nice. Arms can go up but that far, completely unhindered, swivel, bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, gets really far, that's nearly a full 180. Hinge and swivel at the wrist, butterfly joint, which does alright, forward and back. Like I said in the Wolverine review, you can pop this out and cut off the excess to give it more range. I don't know why Hasbro continues to make the pegs so long, if you can just like pop half of it off and still have it function. But yeah, that is how it is. Abs, again, it's the square ab cutout, but it's quite well hidden again by the sculpt, so I approve of that. He can crunch forward that much. He can't actually crunch back any unless you come back here and lift that up. If you do that, that will get past there and you can get a bit back. You can pretty much do the splits close enough. They are just a standard double ball joint, barbell style. They can kick forward that far. Can't really kick back any because he has a rear. Thigh rotation, quite cool. That's the way it's been engineered. The yellow cuffs here are actually a separate piece but part of the sculpt, so it goes through it. So yeah, much better than their original version. I remember the one time I almost bought it, almost bought a Marvel Legends, was the Love Triangle 3-pack, but the Cyclops that came with them, these pieces were all like separate pieces and they just flopped around everywhere. It was a nightmare, so I didn't end up buying it. Double joint at the knee, perfectly serviceable. That gets almost perfect range. The knees are not the best, but you make do with what Hasbro can produce. He has a boot swivel, but the way it's cut, you really don't want to use it. That's horrendous. And standard Hasbro foot articulation, forward and back, and ankle pivot, which is pretty much perfect. Honestly, if Hasbro started doing like toe articulation, these feet would beat out figure arts, like, frankly. So yeah, overall guys, I am really quite impressed with this guy. Like I said, I know a lot of people weren't fond of the head sculpt, but I think it suits the cartoon version of Cyclops really well. Now I just have to decide whether I have him standing on the shelf smirking or firing off an optic blast. Damn you, Hasbro. Why do you do this? But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know what figure you think I should get next. And yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all later.